Welcome to the Scene Snobs Podcast.
Welcome to the Scene Snobs Podcast, everybody. It's Tuesday night at 7 p.m. Thank you so much for joining us. I'm your host, Mick Manhattan, the Scene Snob, and I'm joined by my co-host, an awesome guy all around, Mr. Sir Sturdy. How you doing, buddy?
I'm doing great.
I'm doing well, man. I'm excited. We got a good interview we're lined up for tonight. We're going to get into that. We're going to talk about a new horror movie on the horizon that you guys should probably be checking out. We're gonna get into a little bit more, and I'm gonna Mick-splain the Jada and Will dilemma, or attempt to anyway. I got Sturdy here from me. Before we get started, before we bring the ladies on, tell them a little bit about yourself and where else they can find you.
So, Sir Sturdy, host of Horror, Sir Sturdy, co-host of Popcorn and Pints. I don't know what it is about me going live and coughing.
It's just my show.
I'm
It really is. It's amazing. Every time you've been like it, and I know it's the allergy for sure, but I like on you.
Anyway, excuse me. Horror Sir, I'm the host of Horror Sir Sturdy. I'm a co-host of Scary Snobs. Come on, Sturdy. All right.
Want me to take over for you, pal?
Yeah.
So this is Sir Sturdy. He is the horror. He is the and now I'm doing it. What are you doing to me? He is the host of the Horror with Sir Sturdy podcast, also the host of Popcorn and Pints and the Scary Snobs. This man does it all. He's got great channels. Everything is linked down below. You better go and follow him because he is fantastic. And you know what, man? Thank you for coming on tonight. So
anytime, man. I love this shit and I appreciate it, and I appreciate you. And I'm showing off my brother's pillow from his movie. You've checked out his website and all that. You've had him on here before. And the dope thing about his art on his pillows and his bags and stuff is this is Easter eggs to his movie he's working on, actually. Gonna be Easter eggs in the film.
We're going to get into that more. I definitely want to hear about it, and maybe we'll get your brother back on. But
you know I'm going to set that up.
We do have three great filmmakers with us tonight. We have Kathryn Andrea, Amanda Willis, and Kristina Santiago all joining us from the movie Bloody Poolside. We're going to talk about it. So let's get them on the show and welcome them, and we're going to get started, shall we?
Yes, sir, we should.
And, all right, I think there's Amanda, and I think we lost Kathryn, but Amanda and Kristina, welcome.
Hi, thank you for having us.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Thank you so much for coming on and being a part of this and sharing the movie with us, to talk about it and tell us about the making of it.
Yes.
So, truly appreciate it.
You want to go first, Amanda? You first, Amanda. Okay. So we're just talking about like the making of it, I think.
Yeah. Well,
it was a fun weekend making the film.
That's also all shot in one weekend then.
So we shot the first half in one weekend, and then we're shooting the second half in a few weeks coming up, which is super exciting.
I love it. Yeah. So let me ask you as you get into it, and before Kathryn gets back, hopefully she'll come back. I saw her on, but doing Bloody Poolside, how did this come to be? How did it come to fruition? The idea, was it just something you all sat down and talked about, or you kind of went into? Oh, here's Kathryn. Bring her on.
Yeah, she can probably better answer that.
Yeah.
Well, who do you play in the movie?
Oh,
I play Ashley.
Go ahead. You first. I play Kylie. She's kind of like the mean girl. Some may see her as mean. Some may see her as misunderstood. But like stereotypical, she's mean.
I love it.
Yeah.
Kristina, how about you?
I play a character called Ashley, and I am the ditzy, slutty, party of the scene sort of person. I'm always like trying to hook up with guys. I'm always trying to like talk to guys. And did I mention I like guys and I like hooking up and and I'm really I call it like the bimbo thing. But I'm very sexual. Yeah, that's pretty much my character, and I love it.
That sounds like awesome. That's like an 80s slasher, which we were just watching earlier today.
Exactly.
That's what brings me to is the 80s.
So why Bloody Poolside? Like, what was it about? Was it the setting that you were just like, okay, we're going to be here, maybe we can shoot something, or was this for you guys going into it like that was it? That's you wanted to tell this story by a bloody poolside.
I feel like it's because there was a pool.
Going with the location, I get it.
But it was more so. It's like a girls' getaway. Because it's just a bunch of college girls. There's like more to the house than you think. We're just like, we're just gonna enjoy spring break, or whatever, summer vacation. I don't even know what it is, but it was Like the pool was awesome. There was also a hot tub, and stuff goes down, man. So by the poolside.
Well, what kind of stuff, Kristina? You already told us about your character. What's happening here in the hot tub?
Many things.
So
it involves blood.
So what was the experience like? Amanda, I'm gonna start with you. So going out there, like, what have you been in things before this? And if you have, what was the experience of something so quick and put together like filming?
Yeah, so I graduated from university in 2022, and I studied theater, and I grew up doing theater my whole life. So I have a background in theater. I haven't done a ton of film or on-screen camera work, so this was one of the first projects I worked on. I did little things here and there, but I'd say this is like the biggest thing I've probably portrayed in a movie like this. But I saw the casting and I was like, oh my God, that could be super cool. I've never done horror before, but I love watching horror. I'm terrified by it, but I think it's fascinating. So I love watching it, and I just want to be a part of the making of it. And to do something so quick, but so successful and run so smoothly was such an honor to be a part of, because it was just so cool how I had never met anyone until that first day of shooting, and it was like we already knew each other. It was such a comfortable space to work on. So yeah, it was really cool and really special.
That is awesome. And we have Kathryn Andrea. How are you? Welcome to the show.
My apologies. I had some tech issues. There is potential for tech issues still. I feel like I'm not 100% in the clear, but I'm working on it. I'm in a spot with just low service, and we're working on getting out of here pretty quickly.
Listen, I just appreciate you coming on to tell us about your movie. And before we get started going anywhere else, Kathryn, why don't you tell us the premise of the movie and how it kind of came about and it came to fruition?
Well, one thing I'm thinking that I definitely want to say first is I got on here, and the first thing I was able to hear was from Amanda. There was a huge compliment to create a movie where I'm bringing a bunch of girls that don't know each other yet onto a set of people they don't know and asking them to potentially wear swimwear. And then them saying with a straight face that it was a comfortable and safe space for them is a very big deal. And I feel like that's a huge prop and a huge pat on the back to not only all of my actresses, not only my whole cast, but my crew, my production team, the men on my set, and everybody as well. So I definitely want to give it up to Jordan Miller, Andrew Lynch, Chris Ridings, Isaac Channel, and everybody else that has been involved. But with this movie, I had this idea in my head, and I'm like kind of twisted with my storytelling, and I keep kicking myself for it, especially for the stuff we're about to film. And man, but I'm really good at kind of not doing too much of a happy ending. Like maybe you'll get a little bit of a happy ending, but there's gonna be a lot of misery and just a whole lot of no for basically all the characters involved. And that's kind of where I'm going with this. Is it's a psychological survival horror, and it starts out very bright and cheery, and I'm actually going that direction with the promo art and all of that. Like what you have right now is the first one I had made, and it's bright, it's chic, it's kind of girly, kind of coming together and being by the poolside, and you don't quite know exactly what's going on yet. But the promo art actually gets darker and darker and darker until it's basically just a black void. And the themology, the everything that's going on, is gonna shift. But by the end of the movie, and it goes from this super lighthearted and this one thing to a completely different thing. And we also go into subject matter that you don't really see often in movies. So we're gonna go into abuse toward the handicapped and stuff like that. Like you don't see that. And then there was an idea that I didn't even have in the film because I was kind of going almost a little bit more cliched with the women to start, like originally. And then Chris Ridings, my sound guy, had an idea on set that just cracked me up during this montage that we were doing. And I was like, I felt like these characters didn't know how to barbecue. For instance, I felt like, you know, usually they'd have somebody do it for them because they're pretty privileged women. And he's like, let's just have our actress Allie Hunter's character, Savannah, let's just have her just flipping burgers. And I'm just like, at first I'm like, what? And then I'm like, yes, let's do this. Let's normalize this on screen. Just these it girls just flipping burgers by the poolside. And it's just been a great process of bringing women together. We have confident women. We have women that went to college. We have women that came up in indies. We have women who struggle with different things. We have moms. We have people from all walks of life. And it's been beautiful watching this set. And I just love it. It's great. And I'm looking so forward to the next weekend.
That is awesome. That's really cool to hear. I love that. And
yes.
Thank you so much for sharing that with us.
Yes.
So when is I know it's getting to the colder season. Are you looking to finish this before next summer, or are you looking to wait the time?
So the plan for next weekend is everyone's gonna be in their bathing suits, and we're gonna act like it's hot. I'm just kidding. But anyway.
I hope for all of your sakes, it's a truly hot October.
Yeah.
So, Sturdy, do you have any questions as we're going on? Because I have you to where you're at.
What we're actually doing.
Oh, I was going to say something too, and I forgot. Is she still going?
Well, I was actually going to say, going forward and doing this, so breaking it up, budgetarily wise, because I love
what
budget
we're actually doing is
Come on, dropping out.
Oh, I think you're dropping out, Kathryn. I'm sorry. I'm sorry to see that.
Oh no, there it is.
We'll leave you up, and if you come back in, great. And but I'm gonna shift over.
Yeah, no, because
I'm
I'm hearing a bit, but they're kind of pausing a bit on me. Yeah, circle back to me.
I will absolutely. I'll bring you out just till I see that you're back on. So, Amanda, Kristina, what was it like, filming that? Like, Shed It Was a Safe Set. You guys talked about that a bit, and that was really cool to listen to and hear, especially when you hear horror stories on set. For you guys coming in, the comfortability being there and things like that, how did that help your performances when you were getting ready, like you were preparing for them? Like, did you need the comfortability? Some people I know need to kind of be up here, especially in a horror movie sort of setting.
You go first, Amanda.
Okay. Yeah, I think that it definitely helped me personally, because I think Kristina and I's character, we're in a friend group and we go through, let's just say, a lot together in a short span of time. And so I think that coming in, not knowing anybody, but then the first night being able to get to know each other and be comfortable to be able to film the next morning and act like we've known each other for years was super important. I also think that just being comfortable with everyone on set when you're filming these really hard takes, it's really important to know that they trust you with this, and that if you need a minute, you can take a minute. And yeah, it was just, I think the comfortability was definitely really important for me.
Oh,
going off of that, Amanda,
I'm
like
gonna add on to that though.
Well, hold on,
because-
sorry.
You go first. Go
No,
first. I can remember.
Oh, no, we'll go to the next question. I'd love to hear your answer to that question too.
Okay. To add to that, I thought that was so weird because like Kathryn literally got actresses from all different parts of the Northeast. Like I'm from Buffalo, New York. And Amanda, you said you're from like Connecticut? Am I wrong?
Boston, Washington, D.C., New York, all over.
Yeah. So, and then the other girls were from Atlanta. And then there's somebody who lives in New York City. So when we literally met each other, and we just rolled with it and we got it done. And I really particularly, there was a scene in specific that I was like, I don't know how hard I need to push myself to top like that. Cause the scene that you and I did, Amanda, I was like, that was incredible to do that. And I like just met you 15 minutes ago. So I was like, this is really good. And so, so it's crazy how like really well the whole entire cast just meshed.
Very
And then, I guess going off of Mick's question and both of your answers in a way, like how do you guys get comfortable with one another, like with everybody on set in such a short time? Because I know in normal time you're sitting down, you're talking, you're hanging out, you're feeling them out. You're usually hanging out, feeling them out with a group of friends, not just you with that one person. But this, it's like all strangers. Oh shit! Like, what's how does that work for you guys? Or how do you guys get comfortable with each other so quick?
Do you want to take this first?
Yeah, sure. I'll go first. I feel like personally, because I've done many films, I try to like personally, because I can't speak for everybody else on this one. Personally, I feel like I have to look for something common in the group. One of the things I really liked, I think Allie started, was the day we were all traveling to get to the location. We're like, okay, now we're all gonna text each other. Here's our phone numbers, and this is me. And we're like, hey, do you want me to grab chips on the way? Or hey, we're stuck in traffic. We ran out of gas. Like it just the small little quirks. And then like when we actually got to meet each other, I was just like, these are my people. And I'm generally like this social sort of person, and I enjoy being around people. I enjoy making a fool of myself if I have to make other people comfortable. But that's personally what I do. So go ahead, Amanda.
Very cool. All right. Hey, I love that. And so your first experience, you're going back, you're getting ready for I'm guessing the second half of the film you're going back to shoot.
Yeah.
So how are you preparing for that? And like with as much breakup as there is there any changes or anything that maybe you want to add to your characters that you didn't think about before?
Yeah, I think that we're getting the script kind of bit by bit at this point, as like changes are still being made. And so I think to get the script like that, and I haven't started I don't know, I don't like to pre-plan, especially with things like horror. I feel like, so I think just reading it, becoming more comfortable with it, getting the words down, and then getting there, seeing what we're working with. I don't think I want to change anything to my character. I know we're picking up immediately like where we left off as I'm entering a room, and so I know that I have to kind of get myself to that same headspace, which I think will be a challenge, but I think it's also exciting.
I love that. Okay. And Kristina, how about you? Same question to you. And how are you
Same
preparing?
question. How am I preparing? I am preparing by trying to sleep and I don't know. I kind of just shut myself off a little bit there. And yeah. So I don't know. I just try to get in the zone. I sing a lot. Like I enjoy the long car rides because I sing a lot. I'm just like, sing sad songs, sing angry songs, and like that's how I feel like I throw myself into that world and that mindset.
Okay, that makes sense.
Awesome.
Is that based off your character, the type of music you listen to, or you just listen to it, just music in general?
First of all, I love like all music except for like country music. No offense, I cannot stand country music, but all other music, awesome. Personally, I've been it was musical, so because I was like, oh well, we're just like a bunch of like awesome girls. So I was listening like to Heather's the musical, Mean Girls the musical. I was getting in that mindset. I'm like, okay. And like I was acting like I personally was like, if I throw in like stupid bimbo, but like weird pretty girl, like and boobs, boom.
Well, that's very descriptive there. I mean, it definitely had the beginning and when we talked about your character. But,
yeah.
And then that's great. And I'm glad you're so enthusiastic coming into it. I think that's what's important. Like coming into your characters with such enthusiasm that you get to play them and it adds to the fun, right? I mean, that's always a good time. So, with that though, and it's being a horror movie, I know for me, and I think Sturdy could say the same, horror movies always have that allure of just, it's fun. It always just seems like a ton of fun. What was that like? And like, I know with the filming and stuff, but like really getting into the horror side of it. Now you may not have had any big horrific moments yet. I don't know, but like just preparing and like through the process, like, was it exciting? Were you getting into it or were you scared a little bit?
Ooh. Do you want to go?
I can answer this so easily. For me, it was not hard at all to get into horror moments because everyone just dropped in so quickly, like so unexpectedly that you didn't have to try at all. Like it was just so naturally scary. Obviously, none of us have been put into harm, obviously, but like just getting into that emotional state, I've never been in horror, and I didn't think it would be that easy, but it set the bar high for future horror projects.
Do you think this is like a genre you'd like to stick with, at least for now, like to kind of keep like for the fun of it?
Oh yeah, like I think horror is so fun, and to be in it is so special because it takes a lot, but I think it's really fun.
And now, Kristina, I'm going to ask you.
I've been in many horror movies, but I really like horror in general. I grew up with it. Like, I watched all the cheesy like TV shows growing up, and I watched a lot of like cheesy horror movies from the 80s and everything. So I never thought I would end up like enjoying being like, yes, cover me in blood, do this, do that. I want to die. I want to die like this. I haven't died like that yet. Like, it's really cool to build in and really just go for something that you never really think you can do, because you're like, well, I never imagined actually getting like chased by a serial killer or crazy alien killer clowns or something. Like, you never go through that in your life. So when somebody's like, well, now you got to do that, it's really fun to be able to expand and be able to say, well, I did that. It was acting, but I did that. So,
fair. So Kathryn, while we have you back, I wanted to ask you, now this is your directorial debut, am I correct?
Yes. So there is a documentary that I am launching. There's been reasons for it being postponed, which isn't. It's quite simply me being picky over the premiere, and really that's just been it. But I'm going to release that when I'm ready. Right now, I'm extremely focused on Bloody Poolside, to the point where it's kind of a toss-up about which one will release first, just because when it comes to everybody's scheduling and all of that, like these girls were saying, they're right. I cast people from up and down the East Coast. Like, we have busy schedules. Like, first and foremost, I'm an actor. I don't even like identify so much as a filmmaker like I am in this case, and it's one of those. But I'm an actor, and I know how it is. I know, so it's just kind of like respecting everyone's schedule, keeping the team together that I have assembled, because I could not have picked a better team, 100%, and I cannot stress that enough. Like, for instance, these girls, with the movie where it's a bunch of women coming together, you would expect some sort of drama on set. Like me having to break up some sort of a disagreement, some type of insecurity, something going on. I have had none of that with any of these ladies. The only, and this isn't even me being feminist for a moment, this is me just being honest. The only drama that I have had to shut down on my set or involving my set has been from dudes. So.
That's not so surprising from when two guys hear it, I'm telling you.
Because it has been nuts. I had to explain to a man that man did not need to be present on set for Miss Amanda here to ask him how to drive his car.
I remember that.
Oh, I'm sorry. I know that's it's unfortunate. I'm hoping in the industry that's something that's going away. But I'm sorry for like one of your first big experiences. You got a guy out there. I do.
Because you should see me when I'm on set, because people who know me know that I can be a fireball when needed. Like, I'll shut some stuff down and I'll do it with an iron fist if I have to. But you should have seen just the brain aneurysm I was having that first weekend, just across the board.
Can imagine.
This random stuff that I shouldn't even be dealing with, but it worked out. It worked out great. So it's been good.
Nice. All right. So getting back into it, I was asking Amanda and I was asking Kristina their feelings going back into the second weekend of shooting. Yep. Is there anything in your head, like as you go from first weekend to second weekend, maybe you want to change about the characters, you want to change about the story, just something that's like, you're going forward and you're like, you know what, I think this will work better, or however you want to change it.
So I'm going to tell you, when I was writing these characters originally, at first I wanted to hate Amanda's character. I was not originally, and to all of my actresses, when you watch this, I do not want you to take anything I'm saying in any type of negative way, because y'all are knocking it out of the park. Like, y'all are golden. You are bringing a life to these characters, and I am saying nothing in any bad way. Like, I love where you're going. Please, please, please keep it up. But I hated Kylie at first. I did not like Kylie. I liked Angel Bradford's character. I liked Courtney. She was my favorite when I was coming up with these characters. And I liked Ashley too. I liked Christina's character. I would say Courtney and Ashley were my favorites, and I hated Kylie. I would have wanted, I was like, this character is absolutely, she's just mean. And then it turned into by the end of the first set, the first weekend, Kylie's like my favorite. Like, she's so bad, and it's just like so entertaining, and I love it. And Courtney, like, I'm trying to think about the best way to put it, but Courtney's just like kind of. I feel like some things she's gonna be doing in the second half are just gonna kind of rain on the parade a little bit for me in the story, and I don't mean that in a bad way. I absolutely love you, Angel. Just Courtney makes me mad right now. Right now, I want to shake her and shake some sense into her, and I want Kylie to just be completely golden, like always, and stuff, and not have any sort of negative thing. Though I'm not gonna say what that would be, but Kylie's gonna have a tough little time coming up ahead. And I will say that, and I feel very bad because I love this character. So
I get it. So all right. So when do you guys expect to maybe be wrapped? Is it going to be the next weekend? And when are you looking to put the movie out, put Bloody Poolside out?
So we're not going to be wrapped the next weekend. So there is an entire environment that there's going to be for the lone survivor. There's one survivor out of these girls, and I'm going to say that. So one of these girls could have died already. We don't know. But
We gotta get the Scooby Doo gang on here. Figure out this.
Oh yeah, because it's a mystery. But what's it? The environment. There's a lone survivor, and there's gonna be a hospice scene, but it's not necessarily gonna be all that bad. But it's gonna be a quirky environment, and it's just like me actually kind of brain dumping for that part. Quite honestly, and I'm actually still tweaking hospice. I'm still tweaking hospice. I'm still not 100% sure that the hospice part of the script is completely ready. Like I will probably completely update that even more. But it's almost kind of American Horror Story back when American Horror Story was good. Quite frankly, I don't like the later seasons, but if you go toward the beginning, it's not quite like that, because I love, I'm not, it's not a rip off or anything like that. It's its own thing. But you know how they go pretty abstract and stuff like that. Like, I just have all of these ideas, and I was explaining some of these ideas actually to one of my producers, Matt Burns. And he actually started tearing up. So I was like, I don't think anybody here has seen Matt Burns start tearing up. So it's gonna be pretty bad when he does. But he starts wiping his eyes and being like, "Wow, that's deep."
I love it. Now, so going on and with everything, and so planning for it, and just that whole vibe of getting back into the realm of it, finishing off a movie. I want to go around the horn one more time. We're gonna start with you, Amanda, then we'll go to you, Christina, and then we'll go with you, Kathryn, to finish it off. This is one for me that it's that accomplishment feeling. I guess I'm trying to find the right words for it. That accomplished feeling of actually finishing your first project. And I know, Christina, you've been in a lot, and Kathryn, you worked on a lot, but this movie means something. So, Amanda, this is your first movie. What does it mean to you when you come to that end? Like, what kind of accomplished feeling do you get from it? And then, Christina, I want to hear from you in the sense of, from the perspective of, this is another movie. Like, do you still get that accomplished feeling from the first time? And Kathryn, as a first-time director, I'd love to hear your take on it.
Yeah, so I don't know what I'm gonna feel. I feel like I'll feel a really big sense of closure about this huge project that I've been lucky enough to be a part of, but I also feel like I'll be hungry for more, and I'll be looking for even more opportunities. So I think I'll kind of have two different feelings about it, but I think my overarching feeling will probably just be grateful to be a part of it and have that experience and learn from it and grow as a performer and just an artist with everybody.
Very cool. I love that answer. And Christina, how about you?
It is Amanda, you right on point, because every time I finish up something, it's bittersweet, it's sad, and I'm just like, I have so many more ideas. I want to keep on, but you gotta move on. You gotta go to the next one. You gotta put your heart and soul into that one as well. I've been, I think I did like more than 14 projects so far this year, and I have like more coming up. So it's gonna be, it's always sad because we really did, I feel like we all really did click so well, and then like it was just a great like weekend of filming previously. So it's always sad to like make Film Family, and then you're just like, bye Film Family, I love you, I want to film with you again. I literally just told somebody in this group that isn't here today, I was like, I need to see you. I live in New York, Buffalo, New York, so I'm like, I need to make it down to this area now. I want to see my friends. I want to eat donuts with them. So yeah, that's it never ends.
I love it. And Kathryn, how about you? Directorial debut, you're coming to the end. Like, what's the feeling? Do you have this accomplished feeling coming up? Like you're getting ready to finish it off?
I feel like my feeling of accomplishment is gonna come after this weekend. So I'm already very proud of how far I've come, but I feel like the weekend that's coming up, and it has been a lot on me, and I have been transparent in my group chat with these girls about that, is this weekend is the hardest one to plan. There's so many moving pieces, there's so much extra stuff. It's like that end game of the house scenes, and it's really intense on me, and it's been something to plan, and when it's planned and when it's thrown together, we're gonna be golden. But for right now, I'm still in that crunch. But I feel like after this weekend, I'm gonna feel very accomplished. I'm gonna be rolling into the hospice scenes because I'm really excited about that. I'm excited kind of start just going absolutely nuts with that. But when it's all done, I am going to be very grateful, very happy, very proud, promoting this, planning premieres. But I'm also gonna kind of, and I don't mean this in any kind of bad way at all, but there's also gonna be a relief. And I don't mean that in any bad way, but what I mean is, again, I'm not trying to be a filmmaker making like 13 films. It's not my bread and butter. It's a really fun adventure, and I love the journey, but it's one of those like, and I feel like a lot of people have that thing in life where they'll know what I'm talking about. When you try something and you're saying this is really fun, and you see it through to the end, and then you say, that was really fun, just, it's not something I'm going to do often. Whether it's some really intense roller coaster at a theme park or something like that. And, it's really fun while you're there. And I'm loving the process. Just, we're not going to have a billion movies coming for me. Like, it's just not going to happen. And, if I go to write scripts in the future, I'm probably not. I'm probably gonna send them off to be written, because I found that script writing, I'm very good at it, but I don't quite like doing it. But I like the rest, throwing everything together. Just it's a lot. So
yeah, absolutely. I think you had a couple questions, right?
I have a couple questions for you. This is more just horror in general.
Yeah.
First question is, what's the first horror movie you remember that scared you?
So I woke up when I was like 10, right? And I'm trying to remember what I watched. It was like on HBO when I was a little kid, and I was just like in the basement and watching TV, right? And I don't even remember what I was watching. It was something that I would have been watching when I was 10. But I fell asleep, I took a nap, I left the TV on, and I woke up to, I believe in hindsight, it was Hostel 2.
Oh, Jesus.
And it was the girl hanging upside down and getting cut open.
Oh,
wow.
I hate that part.
Yeah, because I haven't been the same since, and like it actually threw me entirely off of horror. I mean, like I wouldn't have been interested in scary movies until like way later, but just that would definitely do it. I still won't watch Hostel. I mean, maybe, and I surely would go and watch it now and think, this movie isn't that bad, or maybe I liked parts of this movie or something like that. But ugh.
I love that. It's like you want to own that fear, that you want that to be yours. I like that a lot. Can we extend that to Kristina and Amanda? Like what
Yeah.
Yeah, it was a round table.
You want me to go first?
Yeah, you can
Sure.
go first.
Okay. The thing that's movie thing that scared me.
Horror
Is
movie,
that
just
what
your first.
Yeah, just the first horror
my
movie.
first one. That's so long ago. It's like maybe is it
That you
Encounters of?
remember, I say.
Yeah, I think it's Close Encounters of the Fourth Kind. That scared me. I was like 5 when I watched that.
Wow. Yeah.
And then the Crypt Keeper from Tales from the Crypt scared me until I was at least 19. I'm not even kidding.
That's awesome. I have 2 things to say about that one real quick. The first one is the first movie that I remember that scared me was Creepshow 2, The Hitchhiker. It's probably around 5 years old. I remember just watching that. Yeah. Thanks for the ride, lady. That scared the shit out of me. And the second thing is, I don't remember his name, but the guy that does the Crypt Keeper laugh. When I was a kid, I used to do that and scare my brother. And we met him in person, and I told him that story, so he just talked like that the whole time, which was just freaking awesome. And
sorry, my cat wants to join.
First movie that scared you, Amanda?
I think I put off watching scary movies for a long time. And then, because my parents would pull me out of school to see the new Harry Potters every year, and Voldemort scared me. So I was like, if I can't take that, I don't know what much more I can take. But then I got to high school and I started watching a ton of horror movies with my friend, and not much scared me. I think it's because I'm more scared by subtlety, and I think a lot of the horror movies that I was watching were like gore or the Saw movies or Conjuring. I feel like it's really in your face. And then freshman year of college, I watched Hereditary, and I still have not been able to sleep in the dark. And that was like 5 years ago. And I don't know, just the subtlety of it, like things in the corner, mom in the corner of the ceiling, like all that stuff just freaks me out.
I get it, honestly. Like there's a lot of non-scary movies that scare me too.
Yeah.
No, I'm kidding with you, of course.
I was like,
I'm not
what is that
movie, and I go on record. So if I don't say something, the audience would probably be like, "What's wrong with you?"
I just thought that. It took me a second.
No, I understand. A lot of people love it. I get it.
I think Amanda's gonna watch this movie when it comes out and be like, "Wow, we created a monster." Because I remember when I went a little bit easier on the scary movies, and I watched like the I'll consider it like scary light movies, which I love. The Conjuring. I love the Nun. Like I love the Nun character, and like a lot of people like. I'm not quite satisfied with the ending, and that's an understatement of the movie. But the character, if let's just give this character some justice, you know what I mean? But I love these characters, and I think Amanda's gonna watch this and freak out.
That's all. I love it. Well, I want to thank you guys so much for coming on the show tonight. Talk to us about Bloody Poolside. I wish you all the luck. Break a leg on all your performances, directing, everything. This upcoming weekend to finish it off. We're very much looking forward to hearing about it some more, and hopefully you'll come back on and talk about it after it's over.
Yep.
But we would love to, and just wish you guys all the luck in the world to getting it finished and put out there so everybody can see it. Before we get going, can you tell everybody where to find you? If you want them to follow you somewhere or anything like that, and it will be listed in the descriptions below, of course. We'll start with you, Kathryn.
Okay, so for right now, and this is actually something I hadn't, because I think my internet was all bad earlier when we were going to touch on this a little bit, is right now, I haven't even declared a production company for this. Right now it's just under Kathryn Andrea. It's just under my name. Everything's under my name. Like I've been basically, the budget is my paycheck from my job. I just picked up like another job to pay for this thing.
Wow. Dedication.
That is dedication.
Yeah. Cause like, I want people who choose to invest in this project. Like, I've been dragging my feet on setting up the Indiegogo just because I've had so many other moving parts to work with. But the Indiegogo, I do plan to set it up so that people can be a part of something that's certainly getting finished. Because my feelings are, so all of my actresses are paid. And my feelings are that filmmakers who pay their actors have more financially on the line. We have more to lose if we do not finish the film. And as an actor, I take that as a huge green flag if it's a paid project, because that is a higher likelihood because of that same reason that it's getting finished. And I've seen that perspective, both as a filmmaker and as an actress myself. But there's just a lot on the line, and I'm really happy, to have made the choices I've made because of that. But basically, just because of that, it's been a very I have a great team, but when it comes to like the executive producing of this, it's basically just been me with all of that. And I need to get better at asking for help, but it has just been me, sometimes. To follow the project for right now, because quite frankly, I am still working on this whole marketing and promoting and stuff. This is a little, promoting is something that I still need to dip my toes into to make sure I market this film correctly. But right now you can just follow my Facebook. So Kathryn Andrea, just follow that. You can try to send a friend request at me if you want. But yeah, and I might set up a Bloody Poolside page. My actress Ali Hunter actually made a suggestion to me the other day, and we will likely do that very soon because she's very interested in helping with this, and I'm pretty sure these girls would probably be sharing posts from it too. But she messaged me saying, let's do a Bloody Poolside Insta. And I'm like, okay, let's do it.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, there you go.
It's a good idea. I mean, use social media to your advantage, especially if you're going to go
Definitely.
the Indiegogo route. It's a smart move. It will help. It will gain a lot of audience getting ready for it to come out, and
Yeah.
sharing all those behind the scenes and maybe the small snippets of stuff is really going to get people excited. And
To see
even
the whole
before you build that
project.
Indiegogo, build that page out so that way you can share that stuff out for sure.
He's right.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, no, it's I think you guys are onto something. I mean, you're already filming the movie. You're right
yeah.
there. So it's like that's a
start.
huge step away from people who are like planning Indiegogo, planning on putting pages together, all the marketing and everything. And it's like, well, the movie's already done. Everything else is cleanup now. So and I think you're really onto a good start. Again, half the movie done. You're going into the second half. I wish you guys all the best in getting it done. I cannot wait to see the performances, see the movie, and as it comes out. And I would love to talk to you again more about it as it comes out. But thank you so much for coming on tonight and talking to us about it tonight and kind of shining a light on it. And if you do make a page, please share it with the Scene Snobs so we can share it out as well.
Yes,
will do. And thank you so much. Thank you so much for having us. And I can guarantee you the amount of feelings that me and my production team have been having just watching these girls shine. Both of these girls here with us today have given performances that had us feeling, really just feeling, even behind the camera, like either tearing up or just in shock or just gut wrenched and all of that. And I think you guys will be very, very impressed when you see this and you're just feeling those emotions right with us.
I'm very anxious to see it because if your performances can be taken from how you were tonight and just how wonderful you guys were, engaging and just really outputting towards the information in the movie, we truly appreciate it.
Thank you so much for having us.
Yeah.
of course.
Thank you guys so much for coming on, and I'm going to say goodnight to you, and then Sturdy and I are going to finish off the show. But Amanda, Christina, Kathryn, thank you so much, and good luck with Bloody Poolside.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
And have a good evening.
Bye, guys.
Have a good
Take
one.
care.
Bye.
That was a lot of fun, Sturdy.
Yes, sir.
I want to say thank you so much for coming on. I'm actually finishing up, guys. Just so you know, I am going to cut out this week's episode on here of McSplain. I might do it as a separate entity or add it to next week's show. But
or Stirred Splain. I'll take over that episode.
you can do Stirred Splain for me. I love to have you on for that one. You know that. But we're getting into it. So we're going to finish off with Mick's movie picks, if you're cool. And then you can catch us both tonight live. If you're watching live now, go over to Sturdy's page. I'm going to be on his show. We're continuing on. You want to tell him what you're doing? Yeah,
actually, we are doing Friday the 13th, A New Beginning versus I think on Elm Street, The Dream Child. And tune in for that, from Elm Street to Camp Crystal Lake, that whole thing that's going on for this month. Yeah, tonight's episode 5. We actually have some cool people on with us. I'm going to tell you guys where you can find that over on Horror Research 30, host of Horror Research 30. Just go right once Mick hits end, just go right on over there. Wait till this is over first. Go right on over there and check us out.
I'll be on there. I'm very happy to do it. And just so if you guys don't know what we're doing, it's Sturdy's brainchild. I absolutely love it. He is watching and comparing each Friday the 13th and Nightmare on Elm Street movie. So 1 versus 1, 2 versus 2, 3 versus 3, all the way on through 7, then the remakes, and then Freddy versus Jason is the final review.
Halloween at that. On Halloween at that. Which I do want to say this. I'm going to say this on my show too. Try this out, people. Trust me. Try this out. Whatever franchises you enjoy, let's say these two franchises. Watch them how we're doing this. 1, 1, 2, 2, 3, 3. It's a very interesting and fun way to watch franchises because you're not that I get bored with these type of franchises, but I know some people do if you're going through the whole marathon of them. You kind of get that little break in between for one, but you really get to compare the franchises. Like you can't really compare them, in my opinion, if you watch. Let's just say the way we're doing the first 7, the remake, and then Freddy vs. Jason. Say you say that for absolutely last, and then do the same with the other one. It's kind of tough because you're gonna forget a lot of stuff.
And I got to say, one thing I learned by doing this with you, because I haven't done this before, is watching 1 and 1, and then 2 and 2, and then 3 and 3. You really see that there was a formula that they were following because there's a lot of similar things happening in each corresponding episode as we go on, and especially considering you challenged me to find a Taylor Swift title of her song that matches every episode. It's making me realize more like the similarities in each movie and each franchise. It's been very cool. We're talking about it here very lightly. We're gonna get into it a lot more over
it's
there.
Gonna be fun. It's
gonna be so good. But while you're here, why don't we why don't I just go through Mick's movie picks on the show, and then you guys can join us over there.
Yes, sir.
All right, so let's get started. Mick's movie picks last week was from 2002. And I picked Vampires, Los Muertos. It's a horror movie. It's a sequel to John Carpenter's Vampires starring Bon Jovi. That can cover me. I'm good. So that was last year's winning pick. This year, out of the 4 years that I chose, that's right, 1989 won. And I chose Little Monsters. If you haven't seen it, with Fred Savage, Howie Mandel.
I love this fucking movie.
It's such a quirky movie, dude. No, you're good. Talk about it. That's what it's all about.
I'm just saying, I love this freaking movie. Like I watched it again. I believe we reviewed it on Popcorn and Pints at some point.
Nice.
And I just still love this movie. I still love this freaking movie. Makes me want Doritos every time I watch it. And I don't want to. If you haven't seen this movie, I won't spoil it here because that's not what this type of thing is right now. But you'll know why.
It makes me not want to drink apple juice, I'll tell you that much. But if you guys haven't seen it, check out Little Monsters. It is great. It's from 1989. That's my mixed movie pick for this week. Next week's numbers are years that you can choose from, and you can choose them on our Discord or Facebook group. So you have to be members. Head over and do it. And then it's between 1951, 1966, 1976, and 2009. You can start voting tomorrow once you see the picture up there. But that is our mixed movie pick. Go check out Vampires Los Muertos, which was last week, and then Little Monsters, and let us know what you think. But I want to say thank you guys so much. Make sure you hit that like button. Make sure you hit that subscribe button. Hit that bell so you know when episodes of this and other great shows are coming on as well. We appreciate you so much for joining in. Thank you to our guests tonight, Kathryn, Amanda, and Kristina. You guys are all awesome. For Bloody Poolside, we'll keep you in touch. We'll keep in touch with you guys and what's going on there. I want to thank my co-host Sturdy for jumping on and hanging out with me tonight. You got anything you want to say before we take off, man?
Yeah, I'm gonna check out Bloody Poolside when it comes out. Maybe it'll be on a Sturdo something or Sturdy something or whatever the case may be. But I'm gonna check it out because you guys know I love slashers, blood, guts, and boobs, all that good shit. And I love indie movies, so I'm gonna check it out. And come check out Horror with Their Story, guys. Again, we're going to be on in a few minutes. Just head on over. Very true.
And you should head on over. And
on top of this, listen. It's not a family show because kids shouldn't be watching my show. Kids shouldn't be watching my content. But watch it with your spouse. Watch it with your girl. Watch it with your friends. You know, I say 21 and up. I know it's the 18, but I say 21 and up. That's all I like to say.
It's just a bunch of cool people hanging out and having fun, and you guys should be a part of it.
Yes,
so, and I think it's linked down below, so make sure to go and check that out. But you can watch us over on his YouTube channel. Make sure to subscribe over there. Make sure to hit like on the video. But thank you guys so much. Thank you to our sponsor tonight, StubHub, which is down in the description below. StubHub, thank you for sponsoring the show. I love StubHub. I've been using them for years. I used to get my Dodgers tickets when I lived out in LA there. $6 sitting on the pine. I was always having fun. And we got our Taylor Swift tickets for this year on StubHub. I absolutely love it. And if you guys love it too, hit the description, go down, find the thing you want to go see in the link below, and then go buy your tickets and see it. Tell them the Scene Snobs sent you.
There you go.
But
hey, Tay.
Yeah. Until next time, I'm Mick Manhattan. That's Sir Sturdy. And we will talk to you very, very soon. Make sure to be kind, stay spooky, and take care.